I spent the last 8 months working for Knight Transportation as an OTR company driver. I drove a dry van trailer over 74,000 miles into every region of the United States, from Niagara Falls on the Canadian border to the beaches of the Oregon coast. I kept track of every mile I drove, every dollar I earned, every hour of detention, and every day of layover. I compiled all of this information and put it into a spreadsheet to show exactly what an OTR company driver makes working for a mega carrier, specifically Knight Transportation. And now, I'm going to share that spreadsheet with you. Let's go. Right here. I guess I should have done it. Okay, we're going to go over the last week I worked at Knight Transportation, but because I did a extra load that is not going to be on this paycheck, but it'll be on the next paycheck, it's going to be more like a week and a half, so it's week 33/34, and this Waddell, Arizona load here, that was actually kind of the week after, but I'm tacking it onto this load, or this paycheck, because I'm not going to be working as a company driver anymore, so I didn't have any other place to put it, and I didn't want to do an entire week just for one single load. So it's actually more like a week and a half we're going to cover, but that's okay. But for the last week and a half, we did 7 loads, and we got 4,301 miles, and we were paid a total of $2,064.48 for an average of 48 cents per mile. And again, this paycheck is about a week and a half, so just take note on that. It's not a single week. Again, I didn't want to make an entire week just for that one load, so I just sort of tacked it onto this week's load. That brings our overall to 74,641 miles, and we've been paid a total of $40,287.82 for an average of 54 cents per mile. This 54 cents per mile does include things like layover and detention. If you do not include layover and detention, it goes down to 51 cents per mile. We are averaging 2,195 miles per week. This average here does include days off, so that's why it's so low. And we are getting an average paycheck of $1,184 at, again, the same rate per mile. If we kept this up for a 52-week period, get 114,000 miles and be paid a total of $61,616, same rate per mile. And all of these numbers are gross pay. We were employed 246 days. We took 23 days off, and we had 34 days of layover, and we had 17 hours of detention. Between layover and detention, we were paid $2,538. We spent 223 days on duty, so on duty means any day we're actually on the road or in maintenance or have a day of layover. And on average, whenever we were on duty, we got paid $180 per day. Of the 246 days we were employed, we spent 189 days out on the road, and every day we were out on the road, we earned an average of $213. Average load length was 633 miles, and the average distance we got while on the road driving was 395 days. Okay guys, so that is 8 months working as a dry van OTR driver for Knight Transportation. For those of you who are new to the channel, I do have over 2 years of driving experience, and I get a couple extra cents per mile. So just take that into account. If you're brand new, you get a couple cents less per mile, so maybe 52 cents per mile, depending on how you look at it. That'll be more like your pay. So I originally started this channel in order to show exactly what truck drivers make, and specifically truck drivers working for mega carriers. So I'm making about, roughly speaking, 50 cents per mile. And if you go to any mega carrier, you're going to make roughly the same amount. It doesn't matter where you go. You can go to JB Hunt, you can go to Schneider, you can go to Knight, you can go to Swift. But if you are entering the trucking industry and you're going to go work for a mega carrier, you're going to make about 50 cents per mile. And that 50 cents per mile is going to equate to somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000 dollars per year, depending on how hard you drive. I did 114,000 miles, or I would have done 114,000 miles if I kept this up for an entire year, and that's what I would have made. I would have made $61,000. Now, I'm not bragging about this. I'm not necessarily ashamed or whatever. I'm just showing you the numbers. Every video I've ever seen on trucking, when I tried to find out how much a truck driver actually made, I couldn't find anybody who was actually posting their data and posting anything other than like a one-off paycheck for how much they were making. So I decided I was going to compile everything I made and put it into a spreadsheet, and then I was going to post a spreadsheet for everyone to see. And there it is. That's all of my numbers for the last 8 months working at Knight Transportation. So I hope that brought some transparency to what you will make as a truck driver working for Knight Transportation or any mega carrier. This spreadsheet is available in the About section down below, and you can download it, you can view it, you can even modify it after you download it and use it for your own numbers if you want to. But it's available in the description down below, and feel free to use it. But as of this moment, this will be the last video I do on a company driver. So now I am going into a lease at Knight Transportation, and while in this lease, I'm going to show my numbers in the same transparent manner I did here, and hopefully this will clearly show what a lease operator makes at Knight Transportation. And just like company driving pay, I couldn't find any solid data for it. I really can't find any solid data for a lease operator working for a mega carrier or a lease operator working for, whoever. So I decided I'm going to show all of my numbers in the same transparent manner that you see right now, and just post all my numbers, and I'm going to clearly show what a lease operator makes: the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're currently moving into the truck right now. It's prepped, it's ready to go, and the next video I'll put out will be of me showing you the truck and potentially grabbing a load or two or something like that. So I haven't quite figured it out yet. But as of this moment, I'm no longer working as a company driver for Knight Transportation, and I am entering a lease, and I'll post everything I can about the lease as transparent as I can starting next week. So if you're interested in that, just follow this channel and I'll show you everything I make. But that will do it for this episode. If you are interested in truck driving, the pinned comment has a link in it. Just click that link, fill out your information, and a driver recruiter will get a hold of you. And again, if you're interested in this spreadsheet or any of the other spreadsheets I've done in the past, such as the lease analysis, that is available in the About section. Feel free to click on those, download them, and use them, view them however you want, as much as you want. But that will do it for this episode. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one.